Hello. Say hello to my little friend. He's a jumping spider. All right, you got to go, buddy. Oh, he let his web down. He's on my bicycle handles. Here, give me this. Look, he's dangling. Hey, I'm going to put you in the grass. He's in my hair now. God, he's just spitting webs everywhere. He's flying in the wind, y'all. I'm not even joking. Here, I'm trying to set you down, sir. What is this? Oh, it's on my phone. I'm like, there. He's in the grass. Okay, you're welcome. Because if you stayed on my bicycle handles, you're going to end up dead, buddy. It's early. It's look good. And, yeah, it's raining when there was a 0% chance of rain. I'm really sick of the weather not being correct because it ruins everything. I can't get proper rest. Like, everything's wet. Everything's wet. Oh, let me sit down. Y'all. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. You know, bullying and abuse is crazy because if you are bullied and abused long enough, you actually believe your abusers and bullies, okay? So for like the first 35 years of my life, society had me believing that I was the problem. And then in the past 2 years from having a channel, I've discovered that society is insane. If you've been here from the beginning and you're one of my true supporters, then you know that you have never, not once, ever saw me start an altercation. I don't start problems. I don't argue with people. I'm not out here being petty. I'm not out here being aggressive. I'm not out here starting anything. Never have I ever, and never will you ever, see a video or hear a story of Brooke starting a disturbance or causing a problem. Brooke is not the problem. I am not the problem. It is disturbing to me how many people in this community, this quiet little sleepy town of Madison, Mayodan, North Carolina, I mean, it's truly shocking to me how many of these people have careers, jobs, families, stable income, people that love them, responsibilities. But still and yet, I'm the topic of the news here. A homeless woman who's lost everything. A homeless woman that lives on the streets. A homeless woman that is struggling. A homeless woman that devotes all of her time to trying to help others. Yeah, I'm on the morning page, honey. So if you haven't seen my shorts, or if you have, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's really concerning how many adults will try to harm someone that they not only do not know, but someone that has already been harmed in every single way imaginable, except for maybe going to fucking war. Over and over and over and over her entire life. It is crazy. These people are insane. But I think we already knew that because 2 insane people called Planet Fitness and had me locked up for crimes that I did not commit in October of last year, and it took me 9 months to get those charges dismissed. Thank God I recorded that incident, and the prosecutor and the judge and the attorneys saw that I was not the aggressor. I did not start that altercation. Those women were looking for a reaction. They wanted a physical altercation with me. And matter of fact, the manager is the one that threatened to beat me up first. So thank God I record everything, and this is why. Because I literally have to. Because people are insane. They will lie. They will absolutely lie. I love how... Thank you for supporting my channel. This is my job. I love how in that post... Where's my other phone? We'll talk about it. In that post, these crazy ass people around here. Listen to this. I mean, because it's truly comical. So if you've been here, then you know what happened at Food Line. You know what happened at Walmart. You know what happened at the bank. You know what happened at the library. You know that since I become homeless, people in this town have disproportionately discriminated against me based on the fact that I am homeless. I've caught it all on camera. Listen to this. This is how wacko these people are around here. Truist, so it says that I was banned from Truist Bank for threatening employees. When did that happen? Was I asleep? Was I sleepwalking? When did that happen? When did I threaten Truist employees? Was this before or after they stole my money and dicked me around for 6 weeks over a debit card and then cut my account off and had me banned from the bank because they hate themselves? Was this before or after? I'm curious. Do you see the lies? This is what I want to point out. The lies. And there's 2 posts. There's 2 clips on my page that you can go see this for yourself, what I'm about to read you. But I want to point out the stupidity, okay? For a lack of a better word, the stupidity. She's been banned from several local businesses. Oh, have I? Is that what happened at Walmart when I said I will never spend my money here again? I wasn't banned from Walmart. I took a stand because, see, I have morals and values, and I'm not going to give my hard-earned money as a homeless woman to a corporation that treats me like shit where their employees tried to hit me with a work van, which I have on camera too. Truist Bank, they're saying I threaten employees. Never did I ever. But they had one of their bank employees that came and found me when she got off of work. Remember that? All of that's on camera. Think about the legalities behind this. You are a Truist employee, and you don't like one of your customers or what she has to say on the internet because she tells the truth, and you're incapable of doing that because you're a sack of shit and you're over here robbing bank customers. Remember? So you decide to go hunt this girl down in the middle of town. I got all that on camera. I'm sorry. I'm missing the part where I started some shit. But let's proceed. So I was banned from Truist for threatening employees. That's a bold-faced lie. Food Line for disturbing the peace. Oh, okay. I was banned from Food Line for disturbing the peace. No, I wasn't banned from Food Line for disturbing the peace. I was minding my business. Some troll called Food Line. That caused the cops to show up, at which time the manager banned me because the troll had called the cops lying. That was the internet. I'm sorry. What's my fault again? And the Madison Mayadan Library. Let's talk about that, because actually one of the cops here told me to go there to charge my phones and that they would probably be cool. My first day in the library, they call the cops, and the cops show up and they're like, yeah, the library workers don't want you here. Can I just say that every single woman that works in that library, their faces are full of eczema, they weigh over 300 pounds freaking each, and they have no fucking lives. Those are the same women that I have on camera. Remember when I had my truck and we were doing Talk It Too, and those bitches come out there, they could clearly see me filming, and they still wanted to be in my mouth and look through my car? Remember that? It's all on camera. That's those bitches. Isn't it interesting that the same petty, passive-aggressive, self-loathing SOBs that keep popping up in my life, isn't it crazy that they constantly pop up and I don't know these people? I'm missing the part where I was the problem. See, when I came to this platform, society really had me gaslit into believing that I was the problem. And you know, after 2 years, I realized I don't never start no fucking problems. I might run my mouth, I might be too loud, I might talk about things that make people uncomfortable. That's a personal problem. We have freedom of speech. If you don't like it, that makes you the problem. You're the problem in society. That's what it shows me. And I need to stay far away from you because you operate on feelings instead of facts. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So the post, this is the most comical part about this shit. Hold on. And I know exactly who posted this. And I know who's assisting with this, and I know where this stems from. And let me tell you something, Hunter. You better keep my name out your mouth, or all you and your little friend's business gonna be out here on the streets. I already took screenshots of all your pictures. Don't play with me. There was a group of people that used to come into the bar that I worked at here. I worked at a winery. I coordinated weddings, events. It was a very beautiful place. Unfortunately, the owner of that bar is a complete alcoholic, and she thought because she gave me a paycheck that she could berate me and treat me like shit. And I had to quit. All of that's on camera. That was 2 years ago. As it just so happens, some of the younger crowd, the same crowd that's been bullying me in this town, harassing me, stalking me, okay, those people actually used to come in and get waited on by me. I've actually been to these people's houses. I thought we were cool. Like, I don't see you anymore because I'm clearly not a drinker anymore, nor do I get involved in any of the nefarious shit that you guys do. But I didn't judge you for that. Matter of fact, the last time I saw you at the winery, I came over and sat down and spoke to you guys. And it's really crazy how people are so two-faced because they hate themselves. As it just so happens, this fucker that I'm talking about, he's put on 150 pounds since the last time I saw him. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that has something to do with the fact of why he's over here with my name in his damn mouth, but I digress. I am such a nice person beyond belief. That I go from one spectrum to the other. I can be the most deadliest person you ever met, or the sweetest bitch you ever met. The choice is everybody out here. I do not start problems in this town. I have never started a problem in my life. In my life. So grateful for this platform, because this platform is bringing me back to a place of reality and understanding the trauma and the victimization that I've been through that had me brainwashed into believing that I was the problem when I don't start no problems. So, first, it says, this is a group of concerned citizens requested that we share information about Heather Brooke Clark, including incidents of harassment towards local citizens and businesses. I'm sorry, when I went in there to buy another $200 bike after my $200 bike at Walmart broke, was I harassing citizens? You know, there's surveillance footage, not to mention I have my own footage because everything I record. I didn't even speak to a single customer or employee until the manager came up to me and told me that someone had called him off the internet, said that I was soliciting customers in Walmart, and I said, sir, you've been trolled. You've been prank called. And he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, are you recording me? Can they hear me? Sir, you know I'm homeless. You know I'm struggling. You know that I come in here and spend every penny I make off of YouTube back in this grocery store, back buying water, back buying bicycles, back buying camera stands. How much money? Every penny I get goes back to Walmart. And I am homeless. It's only about $1,000 a month. My groceries, my bare essentials, razors, shampoo, okay? You know that I am homeless. You know that I have a YouTube channel because he confirmed that. And all you care about is that you're not being recorded or your voice. First of all, I never stick cameras in people's faces unless they are doing something that needs to be recorded. If there's a manager at Walmart talking to me, I have it on my face. Y'all know that. Anytime I'm out in public, I go to the bathroom, cut the camera off. Anytime there's children around, I cut the camera off. I am more than respectful than most creators, okay? I was not recording him, nor did I have the sound on. I said, they can't hear you. He's like, well, can I ask you to stop recording? And I said, absolutely not. Why? So you can jump me? Like, if the sheriff's office jumped me, I think that Walmart employees could too. Oh, remember the Walmart incident in Winston-Salem with the security guy that scratched my truck? Remember that? Yeah, that's all recorded too. So yeah, Walmart employees are not the most known to be the most stable people at times. Okay, they have their bad apples just like any business. But let's be for real right now. I'm standing before this manager as a homeless woman who he's acknowledging, he's aware I'm homeless, he's aware that I have a YouTube channel, and he is aware that he is being trolled. But his plan of action is to ask me to stop recording myself. So as you can judge by this story, these people, they're a little bit insane, okay? Remember the lady that came out and I was sitting on a bench 2 benches down from this business, and we were talking about obesity, and this lady comes out and she's like, can you stop talking about that? And I'm like, she's like, we're not telling you that you don't have the right to talk. We're just, yeah. All of that's recorded. The whole Food Line incident's recorded. The Planet Fitness to the bank, to several bank incidents. I mean, I'm missing the part where I am out here wreaking havoc on society as I bicycle and spend money through this town buying multiple cups of coffee, bottles of water, multiple meals, not to mention Goodwill. Where else do we go? CVS for electrolytes. I am so sorry. How am I a burden on society when I am out here doing better than most homeless people, and I stay out of sight, out of mind until some Karen has a problem with me? I really think that these people hate themselves. Not all of them, just the ones that have time, that are losers, that have time to make Facebook group chats like it's cute. No one gives a fuck, Karen. Go read my Reddit forum. Matter of fact, there's 6 hate channels. Please, go somewhere else and stay out of my face. Go to a hate channel and show them support and hate together, girl. Get a life. Some people need a hobby. Some people need a life. Some people need to get a clue. Never have I ever created any kind of Reddit page or hate post on anybody. You know why? Because I have a life. That's the difference between losers and winners. The losers are out here being little bullies, spreading hate, muddying up the waters, trying to mess with a homeless woman. And the winners are out here busy putting their plans into action. Be a winner. Don't be a loser. Okay? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think it's comical. I mean, most of all, it is comical. Just because of the, what's the word? Hypocrisy? The irony that I have all of this on camera and you're going to try to say that I'm out here being a menace to society. Baby, how about everybody in this town leave me the fuck alone and we won't have no problems? How simple is that? Stay out of my face. Stop stalking me. Stop following me to the car wash when it's raining and there's no reason. You know, and that kid, I done saw him for 2 weeks in a fucking row. Probably have video of him somewhere. Ugh. Do you know how naive you have to fucking be to not see things for what it is? That whole car wash incident, that was one of the things brought up in there. She went crazy on some kid at a car wash. First of all, he ain't a kid. Okay? He's out in these streets trying to bone a homeless woman. If it was such a disturbance and he was so offended, why didn't he call the law? Let me tell you why. Because they would have took his phone and found out he was fucking stalking me. That's why he didn't call the law. I done seen him around here for 2 weeks prior to him pulling into that car wash on a rainy day as I am minding my business, looking for attention. See, I understand that some of these dumbasses ain't out here, they ain't been here from the start, but if you've been here from the start, then you know that that is something that my followers do, not my good followers. It's usually the teenagers, the tweens. They'll roll up, roll their windows down, start blaring music, honking the horn, slamming car doors. They do it for attention. They just want the opportunity to meet me, okay? These kids, Mr. D, good morning, and thank you so much, Warrior Princess. Oh, God, I be feeling like, damn, Jason. Freddy Krueger. Thank you so much for that. Hey, good morning, Miss GT500. Good morning. I don't think that most of these people know about my channel, you know. I know that one guy that I just shouted out, I know he does. You know what's crazy to me is that I've been honest about the fact, I've been very open about my wrongful conviction, and I'm still not to a point where I can talk about it. People don't understand. It's like the internet just wants me to open up about things that I cannot right now. And I don't deserve that. I have been open and honest since I started this platform that I was wrongfully convicted of crimes I did not commit. And I know I'm not the only one. There's other mothers that have come to this platform and dropped in my comment section and told me about how their lives was destroyed by CPS. That's what this platform started off for. That was the whole purpose of this platform. I released my drug history. I released the fact that I was sober in an attempt to gear people in the direction to get sober. And then my life fucking imploded from all of the hate, from all of the information I had released to help others. Imagine telling your story and then people that you do not know, that have never met you, come out and twist your story to try to make it seem like something it is not. Just like this Facebook post. Just like this Facebook post. You can see it in my shorts. Do you see how tired I am? I live on the streets. I've lost everything. And above all, the most important thing, my children, whom I can't even discuss on this channel because they'll get death threats. Their names, I can't. Do you not understand that I'm in a position now where I can't talk about stuff because it puts other people in danger that I love? They're all that I have. Everybody else is dead. And people want me to get on here and constantly defend myself. I have nothing to defend. I am innocent. I have been innocent since day one, and I've said that since day one. And one day, a federal court will determine that my rights were violated and that my child was taken illegally. I don't care if it takes me 50 fucking years. I don't care if it takes me my whole life. I will live on the streets and save every penny from YouTube. I don't care. What happens to us happens to millions of other people. Women and children, disproportionately single mothers. Specifically black women, over and over and over, and those children are used as pawns to collect money in a fucking game conducted by the government. I don't care if it takes me 30, 40 years, and I've said that from the start as well. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that I could have one of the worst possible fucking things happen to a parent. And then be re-victimized over and over and over and over. And you haven't even been allowed time to grieve over the trauma that was done to you and your child. Because you're constantly re-victimized for something you did not do. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. I'm not coming to my job every day defending myself. I know what happened. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. One of the things that keeps me bonded to my uncle is the fact that he knows my innocence. We talk about it. Every time I've seen him, we talk about it. He was the only person that stood up for me at the time, the only person that had my back, the only person that knew the truth and vouched for me to no avail. He knows the truth about everything. It's just crazy to me how society will put you in a box, stick a label on it, and it is damn near impossible to escape that box. For instance, it says here, a long list of charges since 2009. And it says my last charge was in 2018. Why are we still talking about stuff from almost 10 years ago? How many years and how many times do I have to be punished for a crime that I did or maybe did not do? That was possession of heroin. I definitely did that. Those were my drugs. See, accountability. If I do something, just like when I stabbed those girls, and we've talked about that. I was absolutely wrong. That was not me. That was Xanax. And we've been over this over and I mean, that's a part of me. That's the monster inside of me. We all have a monster in us. Maybe some people lock that monster away. Maybe some people don't even acknowledge that they have the potential to be violent, aggressive, and, defend themselves. I don't know. I don't know why some people are sheep and some people are fighters and some people are fawn and some people freeze. I don't know. I just know that I have had to be a fighter to survive. Look at how many people I have coming at me. There's some days I'm out here bicycling, I'll do a 20, 30-mile cycle, and I'll have 5, 6 different dudes just pop up literally within an arm's reach of me. And I have PTSD. I'm a rape survivor. And I have all of these weirdos out here in my face trying to get in my pants. And I don't know if they're dangerous or not. More often than not, they are. Look at the guy that now has a warrant for his arrest. He had charges for maiming and castrating a woman in assault with a deadly weapon. And hold on, I'll show you. This is the guy that I had to file charges on yesterday, and I didn't want to talk about it because I know he stalks my channel, and now he has a warrant, and I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to give him the opportunity to run, but I really have no control over it. Like, the way that everything is happening. You know, I need to talk about this guy stalking me and his criminal charges, that this warrant I had to take out, because I need people to know that I am not the problem. So that's why I'm having to release that information right now, because this is non-stop. I mean, I can't even come out here and mind my business. I go, I get coffee, I get a Subway, I talk to you guys, we bicycle around town. When have you ever seen me doing something illegal? I may have had some beer. Well, that's not illegal, it's legal. When have you seen me out here causing a disturbance? Unless somebody came at me first. I know a lot of y'all want to hate me because I got a big mouth and I'm cynical and I'm rude and I'm a bitch, and those are things, and I got anger problems and I say things I shouldn't, and those are things I need to work on. But let's be for real right now. When have you ever seen me go into a place of business and show my ass for no reason? Never. Or show my ass at all. When have you seen me go out and start a fight with somebody? Say something to somebody to get a reaction, to bait them into an argument. When have you ever seen me be passive aggressive when someone was clearly rude to me? So he got 3 years and 8 months back in 2011 for felony charges of non-malicious, castrate, and maim. And in those same charges, he had assault on a female and assault with a deadly weapon. This was the guy that was stalking me. As you can see right there, they're all the same date and year. I'm sorry. So 2008, and it looks like he was in prison until 2011. This was the guy that was stalking me in the black Jeep. So I initially had to file 2 different reports with 2 different police departments because he was stalking me in 2 different areas. Then I had to go to a whole nother city to go to their sheriff's department to talk to a magistrate. Then I had to get sworn in, sign an affidavit, talk about the videos that I have, how many instances, what he would do. And then they signed a warrant for his arrest for stalking. So he has a warrant right now, and now I'm going to have to go to court. I'm going to have court until he gets sentenced. I have to show up for court. You know, once again, more other people's problems, other people's actions causing problems in my life. This is why I'm homeless. Look at what I'm going through. How is this my fault that this guy has created a parasocial relationship in his head? How is that my fault? People say, oh, well, you're on the internet. You're jealous. You're jealous. And stupid. That's like saying, oh, her skirt was short, she deserved to get raped. Once again, you're jealous and stupid. People victim blame because women are beautiful. Disproportionately. If you are of somewhat good-looking status or absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, you're going to be victim blamed even more. It's exhausting. So he actually had an assault against a government official, too. I mean, if he'll fight the cops, Lord knows what he'd do to me drunk one day. I've seen him drinking and driving and smoking weed. What happens when he gets drunk one day and decides that he's going to yoke me off my bike in the middle of the street? I don't think y'all could see how big that man was. Hold on one second. I don't think you can see. He's like 300 pounds, like 6 foot something. I weigh 130 pounds, like 5'5", homie. I'm not saying I couldn't kick his ass. I'm just saying I might not be able to. I don't think I've ever fought a 6 foot, 300 pound damn sack of shit. I'd try. Oh, God. Yeah, so that's crazy. Breathe. Woosah. Woosah. What is wrong with people? I really have mad concern. Mad concern. Shit's crazy. I mean, it's literally comical. Oh. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much again, Mr. D. Hello, Victoria. Just Jacelyn. Good morning. Is that Tinshi? Absolutely, Richard. We all have the potential for good and bad. Ugh, why are y'all retracting messages? This is why I stay out of the chat. Hello, Derry Lindsay. Grand Rising. Yeah, it's just crazy how now, like, you know what it is? I know what it is. Like I said, that group of kids that used to come into the bar, yeah, that has a lot to do with it. But I also think that people are just nosy. They were hoping that they would post that and people would bite at it and, I guess, give information. No, I want people to go. People that I've fucked over, people that I've robbed, people that I cheated on, people that I stole their life savings, their land, their home, people who I took their kids, people who I pinned up on false charges, lied to the cops, called the cops and lied. All of those people that I've ever done that to, please go to that Facebook group or drop what I did to you at the bottom of this message, please. I'll wait. And I'm talking from elementary school till today. I'll wait. Let me wait until Jesus comes back. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying I ain't never busted no heads open. I'm not saying that I don't deserve to be a felon for stabbing them two girls. What I am saying is I ain't never started no problems. And I won't, because I'm not petty. I don't operate on emotion. I operate on fact. And the fact is too many people around here don't have enough working hours or a job at all, apparently. Because they all up in my business all the time. Every single day I wake up, it's somebody else got my name in their mouth. I must be doing great because I face a lot of hate. They do say. It's really just obscene how people have no life. I feel bad for people, I really do. And y'all know, I don't play with me. Like, I can't stand games. When people come here and they play games, it's so beneath me. Yeah, so some girl said in the chat, she's like, oh, she hadn't met the right one yet. I said, well, I'm in Madison all day, girl. Oh, and I'm at the Laundromat, girl. You got so much to say online. Ain't that interesting? See, that's why people hate me. Because they know I'm not a bitch like they are. They know I don't have to get behind a keyboard and spit a bunch of bullshit. They know I'm about that fucking life. You win some, you lose some. And we all gonna die one day. That's why they hate me. Because I'm authentic, I'm genuine, I'm real, I'm old school, I'm about that life. I'm not gonna talk shit about people, but if they're talking shit about me, I'm gonna address it. Like, what is the problem? People have gotten so fake that they are genuinely hating my guts because I'm real. They hate me for it. Oh, well, you can best believe 70s Angel, they'll be out here, something will pop off from this, because that's how these people are. Look at the girls from Planet Fitness. Look at the girls from the bank. Look at the girls from Food Line. Look at the people from Walmart. These people are not screwed right. Not all of them. Yeah, but some of them. They ain't right in the head. So I already know what it is. It's going to be drama popping off, people out here messing with me, more people trying to bully me. That's what they've done for 2 years. They did it in Eden. Now they're doing it here. I'm the only girl in this town. Oh, I take that back. There's 2. We got a personal trainer here. There's 2 girls in this entire town that I've ever even seen work out. That makes people feel some type of way when they have to watch you bicycle your ass across their front lawn when their husband's sitting on the porch. Women here hate themselves. Lisa, thank you so much. Good morning. Not all of them. You know, it's ironic because I went into the airport diner the other day and the little girl, she's a grown-ass woman, Brooke. She's just tiny blonde, okay? I got body dysmorphia. I feel like I look like this. She's probably my size, but this young girl, she was so sweet and nice and just such a beautiful girl. I was like, damn, I know she's been through some shit living out here her whole fucking life. How sad that was my first thought. Because she's so pretty, I know that they've disproportionately treated her like shit. Probably all through school. I mean, it seemed like her job was a safe space, but I can just imagine the hate that she faces because she's pretty. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. And that's another thing. When I met this group of people that come into the winery, I was drinking real heavy, and now I don't drink anymore. Y'all know I'm a fitness junkie. I don't party. I'm all about working, getting up early. I was actually up at midnight. I couldn't sleep. The rain, and then, which sucks because I really wanted to work out today, but it is raining too, so. Good morning. Is it Merle and Mello? Yeah, it'll be the same stuff that it's been. More drama popping off, more people trying to twist stuff around and saying that I'm a disturbance. Here's what usually happens. Usually my mere presence bothers somebody, and they come and they'll talk to me. And I guess they see this face and they think, you know, that they're going to get the reaction that they want from me. And when I lay down the information that I have civil rights and that I have the freedom to, you know, speech and the First Amendment, then they get all weird and offended because they're idiots. That's what idiots do. That's what people that are not very smart do. They feel like they're caught in the rabbit, their foot's caught in the damn bear trap, like that Walmart manager, for instance. Perfect example. Instead of him being logical, reasonable, and ethical, and maybe having some compassion, his first plan of action was to get me to put the camera down and stop recording myself. So you want to violate my rights? Because I have a right to film myself in public. So instead of addressing the fact that some troll has trolled you and you saying, sorry about this and sorry you face so much hate, your plan of action is to violate my rights. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's when we have problems. Because I'm not going for that shit. That's why this world is so messed up now. Everybody's gotten comfortable with just being complicit in stuff that they just don't know about. And our rights are being forgotten. It's crazy. Like that lady that come out the restaurant. I'm not saying that you can't speak. That's exactly what you're saying. You just said, can you please stop talking out here? It's crazy, you know? Good morning. I'm sunburnt. My nose is peeling. I still got road rash on my elbow, my shoulder and my elbow. I wonder why people get so fixated on me. Because they really do. You've seen it. If you've been here, then you know. I wonder why that is. I mean, it's like the dude in the black Jeep. He just could not stay out of my face. He could not control himself. He had to be wherever I was, whenever I was somewhere. Why do these people get fixated like this? Like the lady at the bank and the ladies at Planet Fitness. I told you guys the week before that went down, I said, these women are acting weird. They're like asking me personal questions all up in my business. And then when I didn't want to reveal things, that's when I was arrested for crimes I didn't commit. Them heifers called the cops and lied and said that I assaulted them. Do you hear me? I lost my truck over this. This is not a game. A truck that I'd pretty much already paid off except for a small portion. It's just crazy. I don't understand why these people get so fixated on me. It's like they become obsessed with trying to destroy me. I've been going through that my whole life. Y'all have witnessed it. I really think that people don't have identity. They don't have lives. And I feel like they create these parasocial relationships in their heads, these storylines. Like the amount of people that come to my comment section saying stuff that's not even true. I truly believe that a lot of those people believe the lies that they believe. Like my story or whatever hate's been said, you know. I think that a lot of those people believe it. You know, it's crazy because they did some kind of FBI study where they told people a bunch of stuff and the majority of the class actually believed this crazy ass preposterous lie. And it really goes to show that, like, even on YouTube, that's another thing I was reading about, even on YouTube and social media platforms, a good portion of what is put out there is bold-faced lies, right? A lot of people believe that. They will, fake news articles, fake news, a lot of people believe that. And I think that a lot of people believe the story, they believe lies about me and my story, you know? Yeah, I know. The rest in bitch face. No, they really can't. There's another spider. Where are they all coming from? Y'all, I need to put these clothes in the wash. I kind of want a coffee. I got a Bible verse. With God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. I hope it stops raining. Somebody sent me that, and as soon as I saw it, it was comical because of the contradiction. So you know right off the jump, it's a game. You can see it on my shorts. But you can see right off the jump that this community, what is it called? It's called the Messenger of Madison Mayadan. You can go see it on Facebook. The Messenger of Madison Mayadan, right? First of all, it's got a mugshot that's been doctored. Okay, somebody photo edited that mugshot. Anyways, so let me read it to you because it's comical. It's the funniest shit I've read in a while. A group of concerned citizens requested that we share information about Heatherbrook Clark, including incidents of harassment towards local citizens and businesses. Can you imagine getting discriminated against because you're homeless and then they try to turn it around and say that you're crazy out here causing disturbances because people are evil and they start shit with you, like stealing your money from the bank and closing your bank account when you're homeless and you need that to wash your ass, playing games with your future. Heatherbrook Clark is convicted felon who claims to be homeless. I was a convicted felon in 2009. When you gonna let it go? Because I'm thinking about getting expunged. So what you gonna say then when I get this whole record expunged? Because I'm up for an expungement. It's been so long since I've had any kind of criminal conviction. I can make this record disappear for probably $5,000 to $10,000. What are y'all gonna have to say when the record's not there anymore? She frequently live streams on YouTube while riding her bike and sitting on a local bench in the Madison Mayadan area. Yeah, girl, I work out for a living. Sure do. Sure do. I used to look like you and look at me now. That's why you hate me. I know. I know. That's why you asked me to put a shirt on in a workout outfit. Sure did. Can't make this shit up. It says Heather has been observed threatening and harassing local residents during her live videos. Is that what you call it? Do you see how insane these people are? She has been banned from local businesses, including Truist Bank, for threatening employees. You mean the employees that stole my money out of my account, closed my bank account, made me wait 6 weeks for a card, all of which was recorded in 4 or 5 different videos? Those employees, the employee that got off her job and come and found me in the middle of Madison while she found me off of live? You talking about that employee that was stalking me from Truist, because that's what that is. That's exactly, I didn't even think of that. Wow, epiphany. That bank lady that come and found me from the bank, she found me through watching me off of live. That's stalking. Food Lion and the Madison Mayadan Library. This is why I record everything. Are you starting to see why I'm a bitch, okay? Why I'm condescending, why I'm angry, and why I record everything? Are you starting to understand why I'm an angry person? Do you understand how ignorant this is? Recently, Heather engaged in a heated altercation with a man at a local car wash, threatening him over loud music. I never threatened him. I actually informed him that he was put on notice to no longer be stalking me, and that if I saw him again, he would be arrested for stalking. Because for 2 weeks, I saw his fucking Chevrolet circling me like a goddamn vulture, you dumbass. All of that's recorded as well. He wanted attention, he got it, and I ain't seen him since. Why, if I'm such a violent, horrible person, why are y'all out here antagonizing me? Why are y'all out here in my face starting shit every day? That don't make you very smart to be messing with a fucking triple felon that's already stabbed 2 people. Good thing I'm a changed woman of God. A video documenting the incident is available in the comments section, and it's available on my channel too, and all my followers saw it. And all of my followers that really support me support my actions, because they've seen me be stalked for almost 2.5 years now. Non-stop. 7 different states. 7 different states. I know nobody wants to bone these bitches that wrote this. That's why they hate me, because I say things that we're all thinking. And I will continue to do so, because I will never change being blunt and straight to the point and real and authentic and genuine. No, I'm digging my toes in on all of those, honey. Notable outburst. How about you leave me the fuck alone and we won't have no outbursts? How about you stay out my way, keep all your nasty ass husbands out of my face trying to offer me biscuits for my pussy, and we won't have no fucking problems? How about you don't steal my money out the bank? How about you don't damn be out here trying to hit me with your cars? People are absolutely insane, y'all. I mean, this is so fucking comical. It's so ridiculous that we have to laugh, okay? We have to laugh, because these are adults with jobs and children and careers and homes, roofs over their heads. And they're out here bullying me because I'm homeless, because I spend my days working out and live streaming, and they're confused. What's she doing? As they stalk me on live. I bother no one. I bother no one. All of these disturbances, my loud ass mouth, every single time I've had a loud ass mouth, it's been discussing something that someone in this town has done to me. So how about everybody leave me alone, and we won't have no outburst? How about that? We won't have no disturbances. How about everybody stay out of my fucking face? I have never in my life met another person that literally was like, please stay away, please stay away, please stay away. And everybody was just on them like white on rice. It's insanity. These people are truly fucking insane. Truly. Like, do you have nothing better to do? Nothing. Nothing better to do. I need a circumference. I need a circumference. Seriously. What is is wrong with people? I mean, they're truly getting mental out here. And, you know, it didn't even dawn on me until this morning. I was like, well, maybe, because, you know, I don't know. I see the good in people, and I see I guess because I'm so intuitive, if I had met me, I would know what it was. Like, because I'm such a good read of character and people, that if I met me, I would know I was innocent. It never dawned on me until recently that a lot of people probably think that I did really hurt a child. I don't think I've ever taken that into account. I don't think that I've ever addressed that. I don't think it ever dawned on me. Matt B, love the UK, praying for you guys. No, that's not what they were talking about, but I'm wondering if that's why so many people are coming at me like this. Could it be that, I mean, logically, it's probably that child abuse charge that I was wrongly convicted of. And I wasn't wrongly, I mean, I was, but they forced me to take an Alford plea. They absolutely forced me to take an Alford plea, which is not admitting guilt. It's saying I'm actually innocent. That's what an Alford plea is. So I pled innocence. I said I did not do this, and I took an Alford plea for innocence. And they actually forced me to take that Alford plea. Otherwise, they were going to send me to prison for something I didn't do. Riddle me this, Batman. How do you charge a woman with 4 or 5 felonies for physical harm to a child, and then you drop that to misdemeanor child abuse? Well, you said I beat a child and harmed them and caused bodily injury. If I did that, why did you drop it to a spanking charge? Because I didn't do it. This is what happens if you're convicted of one crime. You keep your nose clean for a little while. Somebody can call the cops and say you did something. Planet Fitness. The Planet Fitness incident is part of God's plan to show the public how I was convicted of crimes I did not commit. I wholeheartedly believe that. Not once, but twice. It's that Planet Fitness incident is to give you an inside look into how the court system treats prior felons. If you have a criminal history for anything violent, and then someone calls the law and says that you did something violent, the police take them at face value and lock your ass up. They don't even have to have evidence. They can convict you on your prior criminal record, even if it's been 30 years. It's absolutely crazy. This is exactly what happened to the Chrisleys, and it's exactly what happened to me. It's so frustrating, but it had not dawned on me that maybe people are like coming at me like that because of my wrongful conviction. I don't really give a shit. I think people need to suck my dick. I lost my child. I've been marked for something I didn't do. You can suck it, Karen. I don't care what you think. Absolutely crazy. Was it Mark Twain that said no amount of evidence will ever convince a fool? Even after one day I'm in front of a federal court getting the recognition that the government stole my child and marked me, even after it's proven that I'm actually innocent, there'll still be people saying that I had to have done it and the court got it wrong. That's just what people do. They hate themselves. Well, and it's not only that, it's a lack of intelligence. It's a lack of intelligence. They don't know better. It's easier to hate than do research and learn something new, honey. When's the last time you saw most people pick up a damn book? Let's be real right now. Are we surprised? No. Half of them can't even read anymore. Ow, that hurt really bad. Oh my God, this is peeling so bad. It's disgusting. Oh my God. It hurts so bad. I got clothes I need to wash. It's disgusting, y'all. Y'all want to see it? Ooh. I wrapped it up last night along with my hand, and half of that scab came off. It looks better now that I put Neosporin and wrapped it up. It's half of my knuckle. Hey, loyalty. Oh, I'm glad they're open here. Yeah, I know. I messed myself up, didn't I? Guilty until proven innocent. Brandy, you are not wrong about that. Flower, I agree. Flower said humans are broken. The system is broken. Amen, Missy. Thank you again, Matt B. Angie, I know it's so hard. I need to get that down. Angie said, girl, do you know how many times I've had to bite my tongue? I need to work on that. See, but at least I'm honest. I know what I need to work on. If everybody would leave me alone, I could do that. I can't start the process till they leave me alone. There is nothing like solitude. I don't know what happened to me 5 years ago. I used to always need to be around people, and like I always wanted to be out doing something. I don't want to be around nobody. I want to be by myself. That's my happy place. By myself. I don't have much. A shirt, a few pairs of shorts, socks. And I actually like throw this on the clothes because I feel like when it has to go down the pipe, a little bit of it gets wasted. So I'll just put that in there. Throw this bag away. Where does clothes go? Try not to break this one. I don't think I've ever had a problem with this one. This one usually works really good. And that one. Yeah, I usually don't go to the other side to wash clothes. Every time we've ever been in here, we use this side. But there was a guy over here that day that my clothes got stuck. And that was my fault. That was probably my fault. It's always something, man. I mean, if you want to say that I've called a disturbance, yeah, I did in the laundromat. I locked my clothes in the washing machine and had to call the cops to come help me get them out. And I felt horrible. Still do. Still do. All right. OxyClean. Yeah, I like the community laundromats. I like this one. I like this one. Oh, Angie, I am good. I guess the best way people could help me is to understand that living out here in these conditions are already rough, and it takes a toll on mental health, and then not getting sleep. I mean, look how rough I look. And I guess I just wish that society had more compassion, like, not for me necessarily, like, I do wish that people would leave me alone, but like, not for me necessarily, just for the entire homeless community, people who are struggling in general. These problems are going to be so bad next year. People need to wake up and find their empathy and compassion. I understand that homeless person that's become your yard ornament, I understand that it's an eyesore for you. And I agree that you don't deserve to have the homeless community on your personal property, dumping things. We don't deserve to have them out in the, like, we don't need them in the streets, being disrespectful, making encampments, dumping urine and stuff everywhere. I see both sides. The problem is that this problem is about to get significantly worse next year. Significantly, like something we've never seen before. There has to be an economist or somebody that's talking about this. I cannot be the only one that recognizes what is about to happen when it comes to the homeless population. I just wish that society had more empathy and compassion. I have showcased how hard this is. And people still get on here and tell me to get a job. I can't get a job. I have nowhere to regularly shower. I smell like crap right now. Maybe not crap, but I stink. How am I supposed to go work a job when I have no way to get to that job? And I also have no way to wash every day, nor do I have a way to have regular food, water. My basic needs are not being met. Last night I didn't get no sleep. Look at me. I think people are completely incompassionate. You cannot work a job without a home and a car. What type of world do we live in where we would tell someone without a roof over their head, food in their belly, a proper shower, proper medical care? How did we get here that we would just look at those people and say, go get a job, when the majority of them don't do drugs and alcohol? We got over 750,000 homeless people in this country right now. Over 400,000 of them don't do drugs and alcohol, and a good portion of those actually do work, but they have resources. They have transit trains. They have public transport. They have resources. They have community centers where they can go shower. They have shelters where they can sleep. The majority of middle America does not have any of that. Unless you're in a major city like Philadelphia or Los Angeles or New York or Washington, D.C., there are no resources. All systems are down. And this problem next year is going to get significantly bigger because we have 7 million people that are receiving low-income housing, Section 8, and HUD. That funding is going to be cut 44%. So out of 7 million people, approximately, let's say 3 million people are going to be pushed out on the streets. Not to mention, Medicaid is also being cut. So rest home facilities are going to be kicking out elderly, disabled patients out onto the street because there's no funding for them to stay and get medical care. We have 750 homeless people now, 750,000, but we're looking at potentially anywhere from 3 to 10 million people being homeless next year. Do you understand? That subsidized housing is only one branch of cut. Like, that's only one branch of funding that's being cut. There's like 5 or 6 different branches of funding being cut. Every single one of those branches is going to disproportionately create homeless problems. Listen to what I'm telling you. And when it happens, I'll be sitting here like, yeah, I knew it. I agree with cutting back on government spending. I do not agree with kicking disabled, elderly, children out on the street. But that's what's about to happen next year. My best guesstimation, I'd say, I don't know, a few 100,000 to 1 million people additional to the 750,000 that we have now, which is more than what we have now. And that's only if those 7 million people are able to find some kind of housing and money to move. Otherwise, they'll end up on the streets. So that's a low guesstimation. That's an extremely low guesstimation because we have 7 million and half of those are going to be cut. So that'd be approximately 3 million, right? A little over. They either got to find a home, come up with some money really quick and get the hell out of there, or they're going to be on the street. So that's a low guesstimation, and that's just from the HUD. That's not from the Medicaid. I don't even know how many Medicaid patients we have and how much money they're cutting. Hold on. I'll tell you. Where's my phone? Why do I lose everything? I've got to call today and get a restraining order against that guy as well. If he does make bond, the conditions of his bond are to have no contact with me whatsoever. If he violates his conditions of his bond and he seeks me out, I just bought this yesterday. I just bought this. I'm not going to implode. I'm not going to implode. Breathe. Deep breaths. I just bought this yesterday and it's already broke. It broke the same place that the other one broke. Now I have 2 broke ones in one. And this is why I refuse to shop at that Walmart. And I didn't get this one from that Walmart, but I'm literally so done with Walmart. So done with Walmart. I need a P.O. box, and I need to just start ordering everything offline. Oh, they don't get Amazon packages here. I can't. That's right. The U.S. Postal Service does not receive Amazon packages anymore here in this town. So I can't even order electrolytes, bicycle parts, anything off the internet. That's right. Not Amazon. Can you believe this? I don't know if I got the receipt. I might. And that's a whole nother thing. I didn't go to the Walmart here. I went to a Walmart in a different town. And it's not as easy just to get back over there. It was hard for me to even get to Walmart anyways. And it just, it's what I'm saying, like, pisses me off. It's just like, literally just bought that yesterday. Zero excuse. Zero excuse. I forgot what I was looking for my phone for. Ow, my shoulder hurts. I completely forgot what we were even talking about, y'all. I'm losing my mind. No, it does. Oh my God. Why do y'all twist everything I say? You twist everything I say. And this is why I stay out the comment section. Because you're children. You act like children. Not all of you. Just the bitch I just blocked. When did I say that Amazon does not deliver to Madison? Roll this back. When did I say that? I really just want to people in the face. I swear to God. This is why. Because, I mean, if you're that dumb, you need a punch to the throat. Maybe it'll make you think before you speak and say something stupid. Or it'll make you think about not lying and trying to twist somebody's words. Do you see what I mean? Do you see how dumb they are? When did I say that Amazon doesn't deliver to Madison? Jesus. Over here with these dummies. Jesus. Oh, Medicaid. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I said that they don't deliver to the U.S. Postal Service, and they don't. Call them and ask them. Madison, North Carolina. Hey, can I get a UPS or Amazon package? They'll tell you no. It's all on camera. We've already been over there and asked. It's all on camera. Before somebody wants to be like, that's not true. It's all on camera. They said that they don't have a contract with them, and that they've had problems in the past, and so they stopped dealing with them. The U.S. Postal Service here stopped dealing with Amazon because of the problems. It's all on camera. What percentage of cut will be applied to Medicaid in 2025? Hold on one second. What is this? It doesn't tell me how much. See how I'm minding my business and people are just riding by honking. Oh, but that's my fault. I did something to cause that, right? That's me out here honking at people in my car, right? Perverts. So it looks like it just says 1 trillion over the next 10 years. It's 9 million people. 9 million people. Some estimates suggest that nearly 9 million people could lose their health care and Medicaid coverage, representing approximately 1 in 10 current enrollees. Oh, God. That's crazy. How many millions of people receive Medicare? Oh, hell no. We do need to cut. What the hell? Why is so many people on Medicaid? I don't have no insurance. Absolutely. We do need to cut, but There's 72 million people with free insurance out here. I'm pissed. First of all, that's crazy. Second of all, we absolutely need to dial this shit back. Nine million people could lose their health insurance, though. I mean, we need to dial this shit back, but I'm genuinely concerned about the long-term ramifications from this. Is that how you say that? The consequences, honey, because it's going to cause people to be on the streets. I'm just wondering how many hundreds of thousands, if not, God forbid, millions of people. If we've got 9 million that approximately that are on Medicaid, Medicare, that they could lose their health insurance, that's 9 million people just in that one category of the cut. Then you have the whole other category of HUD, subsidized housing, low income, Section 8. They got 7 million people over there. Then they got all these other lines. Do you see what I'm saying? All these other categories that they're cutting. I would have to find out what those other categories, I would have to read the big beautiful bill to tell you exactly. But if we've got 9 million approximately that could lose health care, and then another 7 million, half of those, 44%, could lose their home, it could be millions of people. God, I hope not. Jesus Christ. There's already no resources. I wonder what that would cause. I mean, it could cause an absolute domino effect. We're already living in the domino effect. Me either, Angie. I got it once and they never even send me a card. No, Holly, I appreciate that. I love your profile picture. I hope you have a great day. Keep your head up. Yeah, you need your insurance if you're about to have surgery, because that stuff ain't cheap at all. I would try to schedule that as soon as possible before they have a chance to cut you if you're one of the ones they cut. I wonder how they determine who they cut. Is it done off of like able-bodied person and like, you know, hopefully they cut the people that are physically capable of working and leave the people that are disabled and elderly and capable of working on the Medicaid, Medicare. I hope that this ain't gonna be some drawl of the hat type of stuff, but that's the way most of government works, so I won't be surprised when the rabbit comes out the hat. Angie, there was a woman that lived over in Eden, and she sat on the curb for years, and she never moved. She literally sat there all day, sun up, sundown. She slept there. I don't even know where she went to the bathroom. It was the saddest thing. It was. And this was around the same time that I was arrested for crimes that I did not commit at the Planet Fitness. They were cleaning up the city for election year too. That's why they were so quick to arrest me. You want to hear something that I found out last night? Hold on one second, because it might be on that phone. Yeah, it's on that phone. Damn it. I went down this crazy ass, we'll talk about it later, because I went down this crazy ass rabbit hole of this local case. So there was a drug bust here, and I'll have the articles later because it's on the phone that I'm recording on. There was a drug bust here that was conducted, I want to say in July. There was a girl. She had all this fentanyl. Like, I'm talking like a lot, okay? Fentanyl, methamphetamines, all these drugs. They raided her home. I think it's off of like Angel Drive or something. Y'all, essentially, this woman was peddling drugs. They arrested another felon for possession of a firearm and another guy for something. Do you remember when I was arrested, they put my bond at $25,000 for misdemeanor charges? For those that don't know, that is excessive. The reason they did that more than likely is because they thought that I was some social media. Oh, I hit it hard. It's bleeding. I'm fucked up. I knocked the shit out of that. Big hugs to you. Oh, 70s Angel. They set my bond at $25,000, which was extremely excessive. I think that they did that because they thought I had all this money from YouTube, which I didn't. I couldn't even make bond the first 6 days. So, anyways, damn, that hurt. I hit it on my bicycle brake, knocked the shit out of it, right in the middle of it, too. So I ran into this article where this girl was arrested for drugs. She had all those drugs on her, and then this felon, okay? He was arrested at the same time that she was and this other guy. His bond was set at like $3,000 for a firearm by felon charge. That is an automatic like 7 years in this state. If you're a felon, you cannot be in possession of a gun, firearm. And this guy had a pistol, and they gave him a $3,000 bond. Let's not forget that the Carpinos who tried to sex traffic me is best friends with the past sheriff of that town. I find it interesting that both of the men that was arrested in Eden this past, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, both of their bonds was less than $3,000 for felony charges. Is that not crazy? And then they charged me with crimes I did not commit, simple assault, communicating threats, and put my bond at $25,000 for something I didn't even do. And I've never had an FTA. I've never been a flight risk. There was no reason for that bond to be that much. That bond is usually based off of flight risk and history. I hadn't had a criminal charge at that point in like 7 years. I've kept myself out of trouble. The only time I'm in trouble is when trouble finds me. 100%. Like Planet Fitness. It's crazy. Yeah, so he got a firearm by felon charge, and they gave him a $3,000 bond. So I want to talk about that story later because it's crazy, and I got all these screenshots. And then I go down this rabbit hole, and then I find out there's 2 dead bodies. There's a missing man, and there's a dead man that was found on this property. Well, the dead man was found on the property. The missing man we ain't found yet. This shit's wild. I mean, I read one article about this girl being arrested with all of these drugs. It was a crazy article, and I'm like, that's interesting. Let me go look into that. And as soon as I looked into it, it was like I fell like Alice down the rabbit hole. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? So if anybody's from the Eden area, yeah, 25 grand, it was insane. Then you probably know who I'm talking about and where Angel Road is, which I think is in Madison. They served a search warrant on the property and searched it and found all these drugs. And apparently some guy died there, and like they're investigating that. And then they're looking for this missing man. So it's literally 2 open investigations in this town through the ATF, local departments. I think it's a bunch of departments, maybe the SBI. We'll talk about it later because it's on that phone. But it's a really interesting, crazy case. And like I said, one of the men is still missing. You know, maybe their bond was low because they snitched. Sometimes we see low bonds when people been damn running their mouth. Okay, this is a missing persons investigation and a death by overdose investigation. And both of those, all 3 of those people, it was 2 guys and a girl that was arrested. All 3 of them more than likely have extensive knowledge as to what happened to both parties, because both parties was last seen at that residence. Well, one of them was found dead there. So you can't really dispute he don't live here. This ID does not match this address. What is he doing here? Buying drugs, and he died. Sure did. So these are active investigations. They were arrested. Those low bonds to me scream snitch, but that's just in my opinion. I don't have any evidence of that. It's just interesting, right? $25,000 for misdemeanor charges, and they rack up felonies and get $3,000 bond. I think one of them was $2,700. It's like, damn, he needs $270 to get out of jail. Ain't that crazy? Firearm by felon, or $300 for the $3,000. Here comes some dude, y'all. Oh, be safe at chemotherapy. I hope it goes well.
This is a good laundromat.
I'm working.
You working?
They're already felons, sus as hell. Absolutely. Super sus. Yeah. And that one guy, they're looking for him. In my opinion, from what I've learned about the case, he probably died there and they probably disposed of his body. In my opinion. In my opinion. I think his name's Harry Lee somebody. This dude just rolled up in here. He's using the soda machine. He's like, is this a good laundromat? Sir, why? See, and then society says that I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. Who taught you to talk to strangers? That we learned in kindergarten not to talk to strangers. The internet has got people way too comfortable. Way too comfortable. I got boundaries. Firm.
Excuse me.
Please leave me alone. Firm ones. Do you understand me? We don't negotiate with terrorists. Absolutely, 70s Angel. What has gotten these people out here just so comfortable rolling up trying to talk to somebody? I'm not nice. This is why. If I was nice, I'd be missing. Some of y'all, some of my bad followers live in safe spaces with mom and daddy, and I understand that. I understand. Completely understand. You know nothing of danger. You don't have people coming at you like they do me. If I was nice, I would be dead. Factual. That's a fact. It's only been because of my ability to adapt and be fucking feral that I've survived. It's crazy. I should have got his license plate. Black Charger, fancy rims, all black, tinted windows. There's a white inscription at the very back window at the bottom. What a creep. No laundry, no purpose. Some weirdo that's done found me off fucking line. He went driving by and saw me, and I was like, as soon as he pulled in, what did I say? What did I say? How did I know? But I'm the problem. How did I know? Just like yesterday at the park. How did I know? He didn't even get out the car and I already knew. I had another guy yesterday at the park that rolled up on me. He got as close as he could. That's usually a telltale sign. And then when he came through the parking lot, I said, oh God, here comes a creep. And sure enough, 2 minutes later, he was in my face being a fucking creep. How did I know? You know how I know? The eyes. I can see lust from a mile away. I can look into a person's eyes and see what they're up to. That's how good my intuition is. That's how long I've been out here trying to survive in these streets. I can read people from a mile away. I know if they're going to be a problem. I know if they're going to be a Karen. I know if they're going to be rude. I know if they're going to be kind. Before they even open their mouths. I can feel their energy. I know that sounds crazy. I guess I can read them. I don't know. I'm good at profiling. What do you want to call it? Energy, profiling, intuition, years of survival mode. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it, I just know that I know what I know. And before that fucker pulled in this parking lot, I said, here we go. And what happened? But I'm the problem. A girl over here minding her business as it rains, washing her laundry, trying to stay dry, living on the streets. People really are bothered by the things that I say. I think it's because I'm the ex-con, the ex-stripper, the ex-drug addict. It's confusing to them. I know that a lot of people don't change. I know that we don't see a lot of people change. I get it. And I think that when they find out that I'm not the person that society says I am, it makes them self-evaluate and they feel some type of way, you know, about themselves and the things that they do. Which is really sad because I would never do that. You are never to compare yourself to someone else. The only person you should be comparing you to is you. I feel bad for people. And you know, there's always these subcategories of the types of people that are causing and displaying this nefarious behavior out here. You know, we got the subcategory of Karens that are overweight, middle-aged. How many of those have I had problems with? How many of those have intentionally caused me harm over the past 2 years? Julie at the clerk's office, the women from Planet Fitness, the women from the bank. I mean, it's been nonstop. Then there's a whole nother subcategory of young perverts, teenagers that I guess they see that I have social media and they just want to, like, I don't know, man. Kids, like, I guess it's cool to them and they want to, like, be in my videos, so they come out in public trying to harass me or bother me or be in my lives or whatever. And in that same group of people, there's all of these young guys that try to interject themselves into my life. Perverts. Then we have a whole nother category of stalkers. Old men. Yeah, the old perverts that are used to buying sex. Okay? I'm not a hooker. I'm not a prostitute. I'm actually a survivor of sexual assault and trafficking. So when you come over here, you're going to be respectful or you'll be missing. It's crazy to me, the amount of perverts in this town that roll up on me on a daily basis. Sometimes there's 5 or 6 in a damn day that I get on camera, that I will be minding my business, bicycling down the street. I'll stop for some water and I'll look behind me and it's some guy that's got his car door open, hanging out, trying to talk to me. You know? Some loser done crept up behind me. What about the kid that followed me from the parking lot? Y'all remember that? That was crazy. That kid couldn't have been no more than like 22 years old. And I was running through a parking lot. We were jogging. We were working out. And this kid shows up trying to have an interaction with me, being a creep, staring at me. Then he moves several places in the parking lot so he can, like, see at a better angle. Then when I pulled out my camera to start recording him, or I confronted him on live, then he drives off and goes to another building to sit and creep on me. He went to 3 different parking lots. 3 different parking lots. Following me. Y'all don't understand how much fucking self-control I actually have. I thought that my criminal record would show that, but apparently people are really genuinely stupid out here. Not to mention I'm being the victim of a crime. Constantly. Every day I'm a victim of a crime. Every day I get sexually harassed. Every day I get cyber stalked. Every day I get stalked. People have lost their fucking minds. They want somebody to hate so much because they hate themselves. The only logical explanation. Only logical explanation. Either that or the world is just so evil that I'm the bad guy for leaning into Christ, for telling people to get sober, for telling people not to be promiscuous, for telling people to work through their mental health struggles, to tell people to communicate and love each other. Are we really in a place on this earth where it's so evil that now the bad people are the good people and the good people are the bad people? Because that's what it looks like to me. And, you know, ironically, the Bible talks about that. Revelations, he says that that's what will happen. He says that evil people will be, like, you know, worshipped in the streets, and all of the good people will be persecuted and prosecuted for being good people. I'm living that. I've been living that. Like my whole life. I'm exhausted. I've been under spiritual warfare my entire life. And it's taken my own followers to bring this to my attention to what this is. What this is. People are really disturbed. Absolutely, Frankie. Absolutely. And then, you know, at the same time I'm getting stalked, and the same time I'm having to file police reports, and I'm going without food and proper rest, as you can see. And the way that society treats homeless people when they are out here literally trying to survive, it's like an episode of fucking Survivor. The way that society treats those people is absolutely disgusting. It's one of the most heartless things that I've ever had to witness, next to childhood sexual abuse. The way that society treats homeless people is just as bad as children being abused. That's the level that it's on. It's disgusting. People are disgusting. Most people don't go a day without a meal. They don't go, they don't lose sleep, you know. Most people have never been under these conditions, and I find it extremely rude that people that have never had to experience these conditions can judge people so harshly that have to live in these conditions. Until you have been out here sleeping on concrete, struggling through the rain and the elements, literally with no family, you have no skin in the game on this channel. Don't come over here trying to victim blame. You'll be missing. Seriously, it's crazy. I know when I grew up, you would get, society would bully you for trying to bully homeless people. I don't know where this violence towards homeless people came from. You know, there was a woman that was set on fire, I think on the New York City subway. She died. There was another man that was sexually assaulted by another man. Like, I really think that the internet is to blame for all of this degeneracy and violence. I really do, because these things have gotten so much worse, and compassion and empathy and kindness are dying. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, I know. And that's another thing. And then, you know, people get mad when I come up with resources and I'm able to go find a shower, or I'm able to freeze some water. It's like they're always concerned about things that are in my benefit. And it really goes to show how many people are literally following me to try to see me fail because they hate themselves. I've never done anything to any of these people. If you take offense to the word fat, that means that you have mental health problems. You're not living in reality. You're floating down denial. I'm still not the problem. That would make you the problem. If facts hurt your feelings, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I have the right to speech. Hey, there's a bee. Come be with me, Mr. Bee. Mr. Bee. Hello. Come back. Come back. I got a bee, but he won't sit still. He's bouncing his little butt. I should have been a beekeeper. I really should have. Yeah, Marge, the sad thing is that unfortunately the court system doesn't know about our Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ, okay? They don't. The court system is what scares me the most. It's like all of these people out here acting crazy. We saw what happened with Planet Fitness. Those people were able to just pick up the phone and make up a lie, and I went to jail for something I didn't do. And this is why I film everything now. And it's really crazy to me how, despite the fact I've filmed all of these interactions where I was discriminated against for being homeless, it's crazy that these idiots would go and lie in a post when I have it all recorded. Do you know how mentally unstable you have to be? You know I dropped in that comment section, right? Sure did. I'll tell you this. I think it's on that phone too. But yeah, I sure did. The audacity. The audacity to be that damn disturbed. I've lost everything in an attempt to help people. And now I can't even help myself. And I still got people out here just trying to just get me locked up, take food off my table, like prevent me from being able to make a future for me and my children. It's crazy. The double standard, once again, is crazy. Oh, yeah, we're at the laundromat again. Yeah. I had to call the cops. I felt so bad. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, and y'all had actually told me to call the cops. That's why I called the cops. I was like, well, the internet told me to, so. It's a bad idea to take internet advice. Let me tell you. Horrible idea to take advice off the internet. It's usually the worst thing you can do. No offense. I'm just saying, for me, it's usually pretty rough. Let's go check on these clothes. Yeah, that shit's wild. How you gonna sit there and lie like that when I got everything recorded? And let's not forget that Walmart and Food Line is the only two grocery stores in this town. So if I didn't have the resources that I have, I wouldn't even have food. That was intentional. 100%. Y'all don't understand these small towns like I do. Y'all don't understand homelessness, infrastructure, and you don't understand these people like I do. That was the objective, to try to push me out of town. Just like Eden. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please donate to my Cash App. Thank you. They do, Jasmine. They do. They think that it's cute. They really do. That guy that's going to be arrested, or maybe has already been arrested, we can actually call and see if he's been arrested. That guy would ride around laughing like it was cute. I don't play those games. I will fuck you up. Do you hear me? My criminal record says so. You want to ride around like it's cute, playing these little damn games. You gonna meet your match one day when somebody pulls you out that fucking car and guts you in the middle of the street like a fucking fish. You'll know it then. And he deserves every bit of what is coming to him. He gonna be in jail. You wanna stalk? You gonna need some bail. And like I said, if he does in fact bond, if he makes any contact with me, drives around me, trying to incite fear anymore, he'll be rearrested for violating the agreement of his bond order. I'm sick of this mess. I'm sick of being made out to be the bad guy, and people just want me to deal with this behavior because I'm what? Because I'm a pretty girl with a big mouth? The double standard is preposterous. What if I was your granddaughter? You'd be absolutely furious that some man that's done castrated and maimed another woman, that got assault with a deadly weapon, assault on a female, you'd be extremely worried about your granddaughter if some weirdo was doing what he was doing to me to her. So why is there a double standard on this channel? Do people genuinely hate themselves that much? Or are we in a place, Jasmine, I think you're on to something. Jasmine, I think it is a lot of the new generation behaving this way. Those are the main ones that stalk me around here trying to play little games and stuff. And I don't play games. I want you to leave me alone. I don't bother nobody, and I want people to leave me alone. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I think it is a lot of them teenagers. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Oh, Jeremy, you need to run this video back. We've already talked about that this morning. I'm sorry you're slow without your helmet. I know. It's hard. Life is hard. Don't forget your helmet tomorrow. My shoulder hurts so bad. God. My hair is getting on the nerves. This humidity be killing me. Got quarters in my hand. That's just a sweet older lady in there. I don't know if I think it's a multitude of things. I think it's the YouTube. I think that people like have this false illusion of how much money I'm making and it makes them want to come for me or something. I don't know. People do feel some type of way when they find out that you're in content creation. Like their whole faces change. Positive and negative. But like, I think there's a lot of misinformation. I think that my job makes people feel some type of way. And then I think that my presence, like I'm a happy person. Y'all seen me walk into the restaurants and coffee shops and I'm all smiles. Good morning, how are you? Like, people don't like that. People don't like pretty girls that have a personality, that actually have something to talk about, that actually have dreams, and people don't like that. Pretty women have a place. I'm actually going to push out this content talking about that, the history of pretty and how it applied in history. Because historically, if you were a pretty woman, then you were put to use. You were married off and like used as a pawn, sometimes in your parents' game, sometimes in a political game, for centuries. You know, pretty women have been mistreated and there's been a double standard for people who are attractive. There we go. And I'm sick of it. It's part of the reason that I'm in my situation. It's part of the reason, you know, I don't know if it's just jealousy. I think that, sure, there's probably a few people, but I think that it's probably different for everybody why they behave that way and why they're coming at me that way and why I don't know. I think it's just, well, also, people are not going to agree with what I say. You know, people who are part of certain communities like the LGBTQ+, they're going to automatically hate me because I talk about God. They're going to automatically hate me because I talk about how they're being used to make money. Stuff like that, you know. And, you know, and in all actuality, I've actually done quite a bit of content on LGBTQ+ in support of them individually, not mutilating them. Not messing them up in the head, causing them mental health problems. So even though the LGBTQ+ might not like me, I've actually been a firm supporter of their own community more than they have. Same goes for the African American community. I've disproportionately had black women who are not happy with themselves try to be bullies. We've all experienced this. I'm not the only one. I just get it more because I'm a pretty white girl. And I've talked about that from the start of this channel. I usually think that those women, you know, we do live in a generation where when I was growing up, racism was nothing like it is today. I do believe that people are absolutely becoming more racist every day. So I think that's a part. And I also think that my size and my looks is a huge part as to why that group of women try to bully me, belittle me. Listen, there's a lot that I've talked about on this channel that people don't agree with. They get their feelings hurt. That's why people don't like me. Because I talk about real shit that matters, that we all go through. And a lot of people take offense because they're the type of person that would display the exact behavioral characteristics that I'm talking about. So I don't think it's just jealousy. I think that I get a lot of hate because people can't take accountability for the people that they are. They hate themselves. And they know I'm right. That's another reason. They'll hate you even more because they know you're right. They don't want to admit to themselves that, you know, they're the problem. Some green Ford just rode by and said, "Stupid bitch." What did I tell y'all? I literally just said 30 minutes ago, shit's going to get wilder. It's okay. I'll just call the cops. Maybe I'll bug them so much that they'll finally open a proper investigation into who all of these people are that's been stalking me for 2 years. They absolutely get triggered, Angie. Absolutely. And that goes to show how unstable people are. You know, if you came up to me and you said something about, I don't know. If you came up to me and said something, give me a minute, I got somebody in my mouth. Yeah, he did. He went driving by in the one door, you know, flatbed Ford, older, probably 80s model, screaming at me. I love it. I really do. It goes to show that I'm right, that I was right all along, and I gaslit myself that I was the problem. When have you ever seen me drive by somebody screaming obscenities? Never. I would never behave like that. It's crazy. Ugh. It really goes to show. Psychos. They are. This little bee is so cute. Come back. Come back. They're landing on my hand, but then I can never get them on camera. Come here. I'm messing with the bumblebees that are flying around me. Maybe the Lord is calling me to make honey. You think the Lord is calling me to be a beekeeper? How many days are they like, how many days have they been on me? Oh, God, the losers. First of all, that was a fake account. That account was set up a month ago. Some troll. So what happens is I will block people, and just like the people out here that are completely obsessed, they will go and create a whole new YouTube channel and come back the next day or a month later or 2 weeks later, pop into the comments section to try to stir up some drama. I mean, it's been nonstop. I can't live my life. I can't work without other people causing drama in my life. Not once have I ever started a problem. It's crazy. It's not. It's dirty. It's like 3 days dirty. I haven't washed it. I need to brush it. The humidity's got it on 100. The humidity is like 80% out here, so I need to wash it. It's raining. They said it was. I'm so sick of this. This is like the second or third time in a week that they were not calling for rain, and it's like raining. It's been all week. Let's see. Damn, I knocked the hell out of my hand a while ago. That hurt so bad. I thought it was going to bleed everywhere. 93% humidity. 78 degrees. And now they're saying it's a 30% chance when it was a 0% chance. It was a complete 0% chance. And now they're saying the entire day it's going to rain. Makes me so mad. My feet are going to get wet. Sucks, man. My bag, all my devices. I'm going to wait for this rain to chill out. And when it chills out, then we're probably going to go get something to eat. Maybe find somewhere to chill for a little bit. It's so crazy to me how people act like I get out of pocket intentionally. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, like for instance, remember that guy that followed me around town and kept stopping in front of me in the little Honda, the old black man that I told you I was being a creep? We filmed him about 10 times in 2 days. I saw him pick up what appeared to be a lady of the night, and he wouldn't leave me alone. Well, now he's left me alone. I guess he done saw his face on my YouTube. He better continue to leave me alone because he's been put on notice. I will have him arrested for stalking as well. And the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and the next. I'll spend my whole time just filming content of arresting perverts out here that harass homeless women. I will make content. I should do that anyways. I can't date them though. That's the problem, it's entrapment. So it makes it hard, and they're not technically breaking the law. Well, if they're asking for sex, they are, in exchange for money. I highly doubt the sheriff's department would give a fuck about it though, because they're active participants in shit like that. Sheriff's departments are notorious for sexual misbehavior. So, I mean, I'm just saying that I will make a career off of getting all of my stalkers arrested. So this Jason guy, that's what I was gonna do. Let's call. Starting to rain even heavier. I'm like, well, when the rain chills out, we'll go get food. Good morning, Victoria. Maria, hey. Okay. So this said that if you're trying to figure out if y'all see the bees on me, I just let them do whatever they want. They ain't gonna hurt you. And those are like tinier than honeybees. Those are a different kind of little bee. Anyways, it said that I need to call a different department, because it said if you're checking to see if a warrant was served, then you need to call the local precinct. It's too early. My life is in shambles. Do you hear me? Oh, damn it. I keep hitting my body on this darn bike. I told you I'm clumsy. I know. Wasn't he a cute little bee? I want to be a beekeeper. Wisconsin? No. My feet are getting wet just sitting here. Oh my God, y'all, my shoes. My shoes are getting wet bad. Yes, ma'am. I took out a criminal warrant on someone yesterday for stalking, and I was trying to see if this individual had been arrested. Rockingham. Thank you so much. They are. I had called Rockingham, and it said that if they were in your jurisdiction, then I needed to call you guys. They are in Madison. Their home address. Yes, ma'am. No problem. No problem. No, I don't know this person. They were just stalking me from the internet in public. Yeah. I talked to the magistrate when I filed yesterday. And yeah. Yeah. Mhm. I actually have it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. You too. Well, one thing's for sure, they're very professional in there. I had to go over there to file a report. She said that I need to. She said that it shows up in the computer system, but she's not quite sure what's going on with it yet. But it's probably because it's been so soon. I mean, these things actually take a little bit of time. Like, yeah. So, yeah. What the hell, man? I'm gonna get shirts that say "Stranger Danger," or no, I do not negotiate with terrorists. Like, seriously, we need to teach people to stop trying to, and the thing is most of these instances, it's men trying to get attention, looking for love in all the wrong places, if you haven't noticed. And it's like, they wouldn't even acknowledge me if I did not look like I looked. Y'all do know that, right? All these perverts trying to show up and trade a biscuit for a biscuit. They wouldn't even acknowledge me if I wasn't cute. That makes me even more sick. Because it really shows the motive to their nefarious ways. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. I guess they said they'll call me to confirm the court date for his, I guess, arraignment or his first appearance. Well, he'll get a first appearance, and then he'll either be able to make bond or not, and then they'll notify me and let me know if the court date is set for me to show up. If they can't arrest him, then they'll have to change the court date to a later date. So, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I didn't even want to talk about this because I assume that he watches my channel. I'm like 90% sure. Because remember that one day I called him a vagina and then he come by screaming the P word at me? Ain't it ironic that I call him the P word on camera and then 5 minutes later he's in my face calling me the P word? I think that's a telltale sign that he was watching me. Call me crazy, but that's called intuition. Yeah, I don't know. What a creep. I just wish that people would stay away from me so that I can get my life on track and get some stability in my life. All of these mishaps that I've been through since I've become homeless, it's been insane. I don't know how anyone could expect a homeless person to work and function and get their lives together after all of the hate and ridicule that they get from society. It is nonstop. Every day. Has been for 2 years. Sure, when we were in Jacksonville, we didn't face these types of problems. They're more accepting of homeless people there. So, of course, it's a different, environment there. That's what he said. He said, "You want a biscuit?" I was like, "No, I'm working." I was on live. What I always say, I'm working. And he's like, "I'm not trying to F you." Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Will you stop? Because now you're an embarrassment. I'm getting cringe, okay? You're out here pleading in the street that you're not looking for... But you clearly are out in the street looking for... Get yourself together, sir. It was crazy. And that was the one that couldn't take no. Then he was like, he said something else, and then he called me a name. It's just like, dude, get over yourself. I don't owe you nothing. You don't know me. I don't know you. And just because I'm wearing workout fitness gear does not mean that you have the right to come sexually harass me. And then get mad that I don't want to trade my biscuit for your biscuit. The audacity. Where did they get it from? Good morning. Absolutely. Is that myself 99? They absolutely need resources. That's what one of the officers here told me. Ow. He said, we just don't have resources here like major cities. I was like, I know. I can see. And I think that they run them off into a major city. That's what they do in Eden, especially during election times. They'll round all the homeless people up, either lock them up in a state facility, mental hospital, or they'll throw them in jail for petty crimes, like communicating threats under a $25,000 bond. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they run the homeless people off by treating them poorly. That's exactly why they banned me from Food Line. And, I had that problem at Walmart. It's like, I understand that most people would not be evil to try to starve a homeless girl just to move her to another city. But I can assure you that these people are completely fucking heartless. You've witnessed it. There's thousands, literally 2,000 videos on it. Please go watch. And when you find the part of me starting something, me instigating something, me walking into a business and being rude and demanding and demeaning to people, please share it with the world, because I'm still waiting. I'm not saying I've been an angel, but what I am saying is I'm not as evil as these fuckers out here trying to hurt me. Audacity by the automotive parts. Men be buying it up. Well, where's the woman's version? Because these women out here buying it too, I swear. They must get theirs from Sephora. Because it always be some rich bitch too. That's another thing that's disturbing. How many of these people, the bank, the Food Line, the here, the there, how many of those people have careers and jobs and families and homes and a car, and they are out here with no compassion? Zero. I mean, it's evil. That is the definition of evil. To try to harm someone that already had so much harm already done to her. My life has been destroyed over a lie. And continuously, every day, even more destroyed over more lies. None of which come from anyone who's ever met me. I find that interesting. Seriously, though, how do you have a home and a career? You just bored? You just bored, you just want to bully some homeless woman. It makes you feel better about yourself to bar her from being able to access fruit, vegetables, milk. There are no other grocery stores. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, most of these people in this town are going to burn in hell the way they be acting. And I don't want to say most. There's a lot of good people here, and then there's a lot of crappy ones, and then there's a whole nother subcategory of losers that literally have no job, no goals, no morals, no values, and they're constantly trying to interject themselves into my life to get me in trouble, to ruin what I have going on. I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. I've been through it over and over and over and over and over and over my entire life. I got this shit like down to an art, the way that people behave and why they behave the way that they do. It's disturbing how many of these people have families. I don't have a family. Everybody in my family's dead. Has been. That's one of the reasons I was homeless at 16. Like, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. People are truly evil. And that's okay. They'll burn in hell. They're not part of my mission to save. I'm worried about the people that want to be saved, the people that want to get clean, the people that don't want to be homeless, the people that want to work. I'm worried about the people that contribute, the people that are kind, the people that have compassion, empathy, all of the good things that we need to expand in this world. Those are the ones that I'm concerned about. All these other people out here, they can literally suck my dick. And please, run up and touch me. Roll up and hit me. Please. Yeah, people be asking about church programs and stuff like that. That's another scam. Churches are the modern scam of nowadays. You know, it's crazy that people think that there's church communities and resources and federal funding that go to homeless people. It's really crazy that the government and the media lies to people. It's disturbing how many churches steal money, get donations, and then do not help homeless people with that money. There's nothing like that around here to my knowledge. And most of those churches that run those like nonprofit programs for the homelessness, they're stealing money. It's crazy. They probably receive a free night stay in a hotel. How often do they apply for that? Like, how often do they qualify for that? And you know, a day in a hotel, yay, that's great, but that's not a long-term solution. That's a temporary fix. It's like a Band-Aid, you know? It doesn't add stability long-term. It adds a shower and maybe some good rest for one night, and then you back out on the street and you feel like crap the very next day. So, I mean, I think that it's great that they do that for people, but also, in my opinion, that's not a real resource. That's a temporary fix. We need real resources. We need work farms. We need education programs. We need therapy. I got the answers. I know how to fix it all. But it involves money, and it involves time, and it actually involves patient care, all of which are not provided in rehabs, mental health services, or homelessness. It's all lies. The society you think exists, or some of y'all think exists, it's all a lie. You've been lied to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my ex, drug addict, ex-con, ex-stripper, cussing like a sailor ass has got to be the one to tell you and break it to you. I'm trying to break it to you gently, but you've been lied to. You've been scammed. Resources that we have are not to help people. They are a temporary fix, and they're few and far in between. We need actual resources. Y'all, this rain, it makes me so depressed. I think that that's great to get people like off the street for a night and, you know, let them get a shower, especially if they ain't had one in weeks or months. A lot of homeless people don't. But it is a temporary fix. And I wonder how many donations they get and how much they actually spend on those programs. A lot of those churches get millions of dollars in freaking donations. I mean, it's ridiculous. It would make you sick. It'd make you nauseous. And then that money does not go back into the homeless population. You know, a portion. Let's say a church, $1 million. They might spend, you know, $50,000, $100,000 on the homeless people and then keep the other 900. It's that type of thing that's been going on for decades. So we've seen it in our own government. Look how they missed the funds for FEMA to illegal immigration. So if our own government has done it in our faces, is it any surprise that small nonprofit organizations would do the same thing, especially when they don't have to report to the IRS? It's the best scam out there. Let's say we're led by the Lord and collect all these donations, and let's say we're going to help the homeless people, but then they just keep the donations, like the Interactive Resource Center of Greensboro, allegedly. Why are these wet? What is being? I don't think that dryer works. That's the third time in like 3 weeks. I thought they were all connected, but man, why is it always? I swear, I can't go nowhere without a disturbance. A disturbance. I'm trying to get my hand in this bag without scraping my hurt hand. That ain't my strong hand no more. You know, even places like those independent living sober facilities, those halfway houses, even those have become a scam in modern society, a scam, because you know, you used to be able to stay in one of those places for like $75, $100 a week, maybe, tops. I mean, I remember, I feel like it was $50 a week. I stayed in a halfway house once, many, many years ago. It would have been 2000 and, I don't know, honey, 13? It was a long time ago, right? It might have actually been before that. It might have been like 2010 or 2009. I don't remember. I just know that it was $50 a week to live there. Well, now, do you know it's a few $100s a week? Let me see if I can find one online and I'll show you. Y'all, what is wrong with me? And don't have jobs. That's crazy. Loyalty. Loyalty. Damn it, I was just gonna look up something. And I forgot. That quick. What is wrong with me? It's full. Too full. I have to pour some of this stuff out. I'm gonna put some electrolytes in that. No, oh my god. The bottom it. Oh my god. I'm having so many sensory problems right now. I'm about to lose my mind. I got water dripping down my leg. This bottle froze and it won't set on the ground, so. Why? It can make me cry. True Labs. This shit's dripping everywhere. This is a fucking struggle. Dirt all over my hands. Yeah, that dude in the Charger saw me sitting here and just pulled in, trying to have some attention. Probably stalks me off down the internet. Yeah, because I went to that Facebook group and started running my mouth. And I linked my page to it too. Since y'all got so much to say, since y'all want to say that I'm the one causing all these problems, come take a gander at my channel to see the truth. That's what I said on that Facebook thing. I said, you know, it's so crazy. I always hear all these lies about myself. Why don't y'all just come to Breezy Briefs with Brooke and see the truth at how this town treats homeless people? So when it's all said and done and everybody around here's got their feelings hurt in a year and a half, just remember, I didn't want to take it that far. They did it. Okay? I didn't start this. I just finished it. Okay? I just added about 8 people to my fucking shit list this morning. Alright. It won't set up because it's frozen and I got dirty. Yeah, you have to stay in them. That's what I was going to look up. Thank you. Thank you. How much will a week in a sober living facility run me in Greensboro, North Carolina? They don't have them here. And I don't need a sober living facility anyways. I'm just talking about how it's a scam. One of the questions is why, this is the question, why is sober living so expensive? That's a Google question. Why is sober living so expensive? They said the sober living facilities amenities can impact the cost of rent. Then you don't need to be in business. You're trying to scam recovering addicts who have nothing to their names off the jump. Hundreds of dollars a month. Hold on. Let me see if I can find one. How much does a sober living cost? I find it interesting that it didn't pop up. Typically ranging from $500 to $5,000 a month. I couldn't even afford $500 right now. That's how bad off I am. $500 to $5,000 a month for sober living. That's a halfway house. That's also the new scam, and that's also why recovering addicts are not being properly helped, because this industry has been turned into a money-making industry, just like every other industry in the medical field. They're making money off Suboxone. They're making money off of methadone. They're making money off of halfway houses. They're making money off of rehab. They don't want these patients to actually stay sober. If they stay sober, they're not going to have as many heads coming through the door and not as many people to milk their insurance. You've been lied to. The reason that these problems get worse and they never get better is because the government has designed it this way. The government has designed the systems this way to make money, to keep people under control, to keep up with people, to collect data. There's a multitude of reasons why the government would rather have you on drugs, going to the clinic every morning like a rat in a cage getting methadone, than be sober. Look at how they poisoned us with food. It's no different with drugs and alcohol. You cannot escape alcohol. Everywhere you go, there's advertisements, commercials all over TV. They push it down our throat just like they do medical big farm. You can't even watch TV for 10 minutes without seeing some pill commercial. We've been lied to, we've been scammed, we've been bamboozled. We need a new party. We need a revolution. Like, seriously. It's only gonna get worse next year too. And that's what's so scary and sad. Like, where I'm at right now, there's gonna be women and children and whole families in my position. There already are. It just sucks. It breaks my heart. Because I know how hard this is, and I couldn't imagine having a child out here on the streets. Couldn't imagine. But there are, in fact, over 150,000 homeless children right now. They live on the streets. 150,000 children. You're going to tell me that those 150,000 children do drugs and alcohol, and that's why they live on the streets? Hey, Heather! What's the name of that place, Heather? I don't know if I've ever even seen that. Is that... Hold on. Maybe I can find it. I didn't know you lived that close. What is the rehab facility in Greensboro, North Carolina? Oh, I knew what you meant, Angie. Help is available. Is it Oasis? Greensboro Addiction Treatment. Fellowship Hall. Now listen. Fellowship Hall actually has some really good NA meetings. Fellowship Hall off of Highway 29. Listen. So I had an ex-boyfriend that went through Fellowship Hall. And he relapsed within weeks of leaving Fellowship Hall. Then his parents sent him to California or Florida, $20,000, $30,000 rehab. He relapsed within 2 weeks of coming home. Riddle me this, Batman. I can promise you something. I promise you for $30,000, there's a great chance I could get your loved one clean. For 30 grand, honey, he coming home clean, pulling himself up by his bootstraps with the initiative to stay clean and the strength and the will to stay clean. 30 grand, and these patients are relapsing 2 weeks after they leave the rehab. It screams medical malpractice. There's only one excuse for that, and he wasn't the only one, because he had like made links with people, and he made links with people and also relapsed. So it's just like this endless circle of drugs. Oh, thank you, Angie. I wish the best for you too. God bless. Has relapsed too. Them one day. I need to do more of that, because we find out so much stuff. Every time I call somebody, they tell us all the tea. They'll have me on the phone for an hour spilling all the dirt. Remember the lady in the Florida Keys? She told us everything about their homelessness there. I mean, everything. I was on the phone with her for like an hour. It's all on live. It was a wonderful conversation. It gave me so much insight into the way that they operate, their resources for the homeless community. You know how many homeless people they had in Key West, Florida? 12. Because they run them off. just like this town. Let me ask you something. If I was born and raised here, and I've actually lived here on and off for 20 something years, if I was born and raised here, what right does this city have to push me out of the city because I can't afford rent? I was born and raised here. Victims of homelessness, because they are victims of homelessness are going to want to be where they're more comfortable, where they know people, where they have resources. Do you understand that pushing a homeless person out of their hometown could be detrimental to their, like, it could kill them because they don't have the resources. They don't know people in damn Florida. They're from North Carolina. Why are you trying to make them go to another state? But that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. They push the problem down the pipeline onto a different city for another administration or local government to deal with. And it is so wrong. How dare you tell someone who's already living under such harsh conditions that they can't reside in the town that they were born and raised in or have resided in for 20 years. It's crazy. These people are insane. They got homes and cars and careers and families that love them. Let me remind you. I did a $13,000 rapid detox and only made it a month. Jesus Christ. Did they give you any kind of therapy there? Like, how long were you there too? What's a rapid detox? Like, is that like a week? Oh, that's great, Chris. You said it's in Texas. He said he went to a rehab, and he says that everyone that worked there has been through that life and the lifestyle, or has been to prison and now they're sober and they helped him. That's good to hear. Congratulations, Chris. Be proud of yourself. Not many of us make it. Not many of us make it. I mean, it's really ridiculous how they milk insurance. Every time I've ever been to rehab, there was no patient care. You were just shuffled around from one building to the next for however long you were in there. There was no plan of action. They'd have a case plan, but it was bullshit. It was bullshit. All of it. All of it. It's crazy. And you know, it's frustrating because I come on here and I talk about these things, and then people see things on their local news and they have this misconception. I blame the media. I blame the media. I blame our government for the citizens not knowing the truth about not only how bad this problem is, but the lack of resources for these people. The media has misconstrued the amount of resources and the access to resources historically. They lie. They lie about the drug problems. They lie about the homelessness problems. They ignore it until the public has a problem, then they want to do something about it. And it's usually just pushing the problem back, you know, once again down the pipeline for someone else or another administration to deal with. And it's been like this for a century. No one's being helped. We have more people than ever, every year, overdosing on more drugs, more people dying from homelessness because of the conditions, literally heat strokes in Arizona. Maybe it's time to try something new. Maybe we should not leave it up to government to try to get us clean, because it seems like they're not doing a very good damn job. Neither is the medical industry. You know, more recovering addicts end up in jail, institutions, and death than sober. And there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. Anyone that wants to get help should not only get assistance, but receive proper medical care for the best outcome of their recovery. And that is not something that takes place in this country. You are treated as a number. You are a bed to fill. You are money to be made. And they shuffle you around from room to room in these bullshit groups with no case plan, no plan for the future. And they don't really teach you anything about psychology, about addiction, about family trauma, all of these things that are imperative to understanding why you use drugs. These patients have to be informed as to why they're using drugs so that they can quit using drugs, because the main cause of the drug use has to be addressed. The problem has to be addressed, and it usually stems from trauma. It usually stems from shame. It usually stems from the fact that they're alone and they're trapped into this cycle of insanity of using. Everybody has different reasons why they use, but statistically speaking, we do find that trauma matches up, it corresponds with drug use. I went to several rehabs. Not once was I taught a single thing about psychology, about trauma. I would never talk to a therapist. All of these are essential for the patient to be in recovery and stay in recovery and have a good foundation of that recovery. They're not doing this. They bring you in, they might give you some Suboxone, they shuffle you around for 6 or 7 days, and then they let you out. It's sad. It's really sad. It is. And it's all about money. Money. California. Yeah, you know, and I think California, I think that's one of the states that is pissed about Trump he reenacted an old law stating that homeless people and drug addicts can be involuntarily committed and shit, which has caused massive problems, I do believe, in California, because these people don't, they take them to the mental health facility, and then the mental health facility lets them out, and by Trump's orders it says to take them to jail, but they don't have any criminal charges, so they can't necessarily do that. And so it's causing a lot of problems because that big beautiful bill is not in big bold letters and clear. So, you know, they've been outlawing homelessness for a few years now, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, imagine you can't afford rent because everybody in your state decided to vote for a sanctuary city, and now you're out on the street and you're sleeping in a bush one night and the cop walks up and arrests you for sleeping in public. That is exactly what is taking place in this country right now. People in cars, people on private property. There's laws being passed that you cannot allow a visitor to sleep for longer than 7 days on your property. You cannot have a house guest on private property longer than 7 days in some states. First of all, that is a violation of your constitutional rights. Let me be clear. That is private property. That is your property. The government has no right to tell you who you can and cannot have on your private property. So I can't wait for a lawsuit to come out over that. Because it should. By law, we have constitutional rights, okay? And those rights apply, like, with our property. The government cannot tell you who you can allow in your home, on your property, how long you can allow that person to stay. This is how our rights are being stripped away from us in modern society. It's just easier to call me crazy instead of going and looking up what I'm talking about, I guess. It's crazy. Yeah, it'll only get worse. And I feel bad for anybody that's going to be put out on the streets. We do need to cut back spending. Seeing that $72 million of Medicaid money, it makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. You know why? Because I pay taxes. I sure do. Sure do. And I don't have insurance. I usually don't have money for much anymore, you know, because I don't make much money from YouTube. So it's sickening that I'm actually out here homeless on the streets, actually struggling. And I don't have Medicaid, but 72 million Americans who have homes, jobs, careers, loving families, once again, they have Medicaid. It's shit like that kind of pisses me off. Like watching all them big women that are obese go to the grocery store and then use their EBT card and then go home and flaunt everything they bought, showing all the bad snacks they bought. I mean, literally, there was one grocery haul that I watched this morning. That woman did not buy one nutritious thing. Everything was muffins and fake meat and fake this and that. And she was every bit of 400 pounds. There was 3 of them I watched this morning, actually. I stitched them. I've been busy this morning. It's something I'm planning to do today. It's just disturbing. And at the same time, there's this added layer of child abuse that comes with this. It is absolutely child abuse to feed your child to the point that they are having health problems and they are obese. One day we'll get there. We're not there yet because people are still ashamed of their actions and what they're doing. But one day, hopefully, with this nutritional psychiatry that's coming up that we were talking about yesterday, hopefully we can reverse all of these children being harmed through food and soda and candy by their parents, because it is absolutely abuse and it's disgusting. and these women are filming it like it's cute, I get $1,000 a month. And then they go to the store and they buy nothing but junk. There was literally, I'm going to stitch it, not one thing that she bought was nutritious for a child. Pizza and Hot Pockets and little muffins and, oh, they ain't going to be doing that now. Y'all seen the women out here mad because they can't buy soda? Oh, bitches is mad. Let me tell you, honey, women are out here in the streets losing their mind because they can't get honey buns and damn Starbucks coffees. I saw one girl literally crying. You know what she had? She had on a set of fake nails, a $200 pair of glasses, blonde highlights in her hair, and a full face of makeup with a beautiful damn $100 like mom sweater, you know, one of them embroidered sweaters. Crying. So you're telling me that I don't deserve, this is what she said, quote for quote, you're telling me that my children don't deserve Oreos? My children don't deserve cake or soda? No, they don't. Not on the government's dollar, Susan. You can buy it with your dollar. How about you stop putting them highlights in your head, stop getting your nails done, and buy a cheaper pair of glasses and a cheaper sweater, and buy your kids some sweet stuff yourself? You talking to somebody that starved 80 pounds off their body in less than a year. I have no sympathy for people who are abusing their children through food. Especially since the state says I'm a child abuser. Ain't it funny? Ain't it so funny? I mean, let's be for real right now. What child abuser dedicates her life to early childhood development and helping others, bringing awareness through her own story to prevent other children from being harmed? Never dawned on me till just now. You got to be pretty stupid not to be able to read between the lines. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely abuse. Just like them van life moms that live on them vans with all them children shoved into a tiny space. You get 30 square inches. I mean, some of them beds look like coffins, homie. You seen them? Like, it'll be one bed that they turn into like 2 bunk beds, and they just put a piece of plywood with 2 thin mattresses, and then they got to crawl in that little space like it's a damn CAT scan machine. I mean, how do you even turn over in the middle of the night in that thing? It looked like some kind of alien pod. Something that they damn abduct you and put you in to keep you trapped. You can't even move. But it's not abuse. Exploiting them on the internet for views. It's not abuse. We got so many Ruby Franks running around out here. Yeah. We got so many. Listen, I ain't no child abuser, but I see them on the internet every day. I see them out here in public every day. I see the way people talk to their children, treat their kids. Don't get me started. I just find it humorous that I would be the one with the damn S on my chest. You know what I mean? Or the, what was it? Wasn't it the A? What was it? The movie where she was like Mark. You know what I'm talking about. And they said all those bad things about her that wasn't true. You know, the Mark. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's, I think that that's the biggest thing up for discussion is how are people getting welfare and they are doing better off than other people. And that's probably why they're doing better off than other people, because they're getting welfare. Like, they're getting a free ride. They got a free house and don't work. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Get EBT. And they just tell the state that they're looking for work. I don't agree with it. And I guess there's like 2 categories. There's people that's milking the system that promote obesity and they're killing their children with food, buying bad stuff. First of all, hard go, yes, hard go on preventing these EBT recipients from receiving soda, junk. That's a hard go. Green flag. Yes, I agree with that fully. My only concern is the elderly and the disabled. I don't want... It's literally giving me chill bumps. It makes me sad to think about people I don't even know. Thinking about them on the streets hungry. And Lord forbid having mental health or physical disability problems, they will die, y'all. They will die. These conditions are harsh. I'm in the best physical shape of my entire life. Most people could not handle this. And anybody with a disability or elderly people, they will die out here. And those are the ones that I don't agree with cutting their Medicaid, their Medicare, kicking them out of housing. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that maybe I've read something wrong, which I do a lot because I'm dumb. This is a learning channel. Y'all are seeing me grow, develop, cultivate myself, learn things at the same time, go through trauma. Y'all, I mean, you know, I really hope that I'm wrong. It will absolutely destroy me if I see one singular person out here, child, elderly, disabled. It will absolutely drive me over the edge. I cannot see people like that. It bothers me. Y'all know how much it bothers me. I run into people all the time and I'm like, I just want to be able to help these people. And it's so frustrating to know how the system's broken and how we could maybe potentially start fixing it. And then look at how people treat me. It's crazy. It's like I'm going through all of this stuff and it's just a lot. It's a lot. You see that, baby? Yeah, it's a lot. It will absolutely destroy me to hear about elderly disabled people out on the streets. But we do need to cut back spending in a massive way. We have cultivated a culture of laziness. You know, this young generation, they're not ashamed to get handouts. They're not ashamed of being on EBT. They're not ashamed of getting Section 8. We was ashamed. I remember growing up, and they used to have paper food stamps. You had to tear them out of a little booklet, honey. My grandma was so embarrassed to go through the Winn-Dixie with them things. She lived in subsidized housing for most of her life, over 20 years in the same apartment. And she did receive government assistance. She was disabled. She had a lot of health problems from obesity. She was obese, morbidly. Well, she pushed that line, which led to her having major health problems and dying. And she was my best friend, my grandmother, my mom's mom. But I remember how embarrassed she was when we would go into these grocery stores and she would get groceries. It was a shameful thing that you had to ask the government for help. It's not like that anymore. These people are proud of it. They're using it like it's an opportunity to milk the system. They're like, hell yeah, I'm going to get my free handout. There's no embarrassment there. There's no shame. And it's created this culture of people just milking the system. 72 million people receive Medicaid and Medicare. That is crazy. That's crazy. You know, our healthcare system is absolutely broken. We need to fix that, especially when it comes to insurance, medical malpractice, the way that we practice medicine. Everything is just crazy, right? But I don't agree with taxpayers having to pay money. I agree with elderly and disabled and children. Taxpayers' money going to assist those people. But them other people that are able-bodied people like me, absolutely not. I don't get food stamps and I live on the streets. I've done told y'all I'm not getting food stamps because I'm done with the government. The government is the one that put me in this position when they marked me as a child abuser and stole my child. Why would I want to go to them for help when they're the ones that put me in this position? You know? So we have an idiot pulling up looking for attention. Yeah, I agree. I gotta fold this clothes, y'all. Let's hurry up and get out of here. I don't like that vibe at all. Sketched out. Usually the music is a telltale sign that somebody recognizes me, but it wasn't that. My clothes stop? Yeah. Yeah, I think that dryer down there just takes a little bit longer. I know one thing, I'm ready for a coffee. I got up last night, couldn't sleep. It had started drizzling. which put me into a panic. And I couldn't get back to sleep. So, it's alright. I'll sleep good tonight. It be like that sometimes. Wake up and can't get back to sleep. I don't know why all my t-shirts have bleach stains around the collar, but they sure do. I know you can't really see it, but I can in person. That's like the 4th shirt I've seen that had bleach stains at the very top. So this is everything. That's my handy dandy book bag. Socks. It looks like the rain has stopped a little bit. I can't wait to tell y'all that story. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get off here and then I'm gonna go get some coffee and then we're gonna talk about that story with those local people here with the dead people and the missing man and woman. Y'all, I got a picture of the woman on this phone. She been doing meth for years. Her entire face. You ever seen somebody that has, what's that skin disease where they have missing pigment? That model, that beautiful model, you know, she's got like a white mouth and the rest of her skin is dark. It's called something when they lose pigmentation. You see it a lot with like black people, not albino. This is different. It has to do with the melatonin or the melatonin in your skin. Vitiligo, is that how you say it? Thank you. Yes, vitiligo. This woman has done so much meth that it looks like her entire face has vitiligo. And it's all these like microscopic, I'm going to have to show y'all. It's crazy. It's the worst meth face I've ever seen in my life. The scars on her face tell a story of how long she's been on meth. I've never seen it in my entire life. I've never seen a mugshot like this woman's mugshot. She looks absolutely freaking deranged. So I'm going to show y'all. Apparently she was arrested. They found 3 different types of drugs, firearms, 2 wanted men. 1 guy was a felon. He ain't even supposed to have a gun. They were both arrested. So it was 3 people arrested. And there's 2 active investigations with a dead man and a missing man. So I want to talk about that case because there's so much to it. I actually accidentally found an article and that led to like 10 different other articles. I mean, this goes deep. What I'm telling you is just what I can remember. There's like 10 other incidents that I haven't even spoke about. I mean, it's just like, how the hell, you know, it's got to be pretty big for the ATF to be around here, buddy. The ATF, the SBI, this was like 6 different departments that did this raid on these people. This was a huge thing around here, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to run to the bathroom, go get coffee, and I'm going to come back on my other phone. I really appreciate you guys washing laundry with me and helping me calm down after that. I just want people to leave me alone. Have you ever met somebody in your life that's like, please leave me alone, please, and people just come at them more? It's crazy. Anyways, I hope I didn't leave my phone out there. We'll talk in a little while. I love you guys. Please pray for me, and I'm praying for y'all. And the Bible verse of the day was, with God, all things are possible, Matthew 19:26. I love you guys.